And welcome to the third episode of Ongoing Titles. This episode, I'm just going to talk about my week a little bit. Changed out the outfit today. I don't remember what I wore last time. I wore the same thing. Doesn't really matter too much though. However, what does matter is I have no idea how I was going to do that transition. Either way, this week has been interesting to put it lightly. I decided to start listening to a new book about the German language. Because for a long, long while I've been trying to learn German. And I've gotten a little bit. I've got about 3 years in now on Duolingo. Not sure if that's an achievement or kind of sad. Especially considering I'm still not conversational in German. But hey, I find the language fun. I'm just staying at my own pace, not taking it too seriously. Just like, hey, something fun I like to do in my meantime. And like, it works out. But finally I decided, you know what? I'm going to start trying to do a bit more than just a bit of Duolingo on the side, and then once in a while I'll hear like, oh, Volkswagen. That means folks car. Alright, and just like remembering that type of stuff. So, the book I'm listening to is, I think it's called Introductory German with Paul Noble, and honestly, I like it a lot. Like, it's very much, how do I put this? It doesn't really teach you many words. It mostly teaches you a lot of the grammar. Like, to begin is just beginning. Also, if you just want to say begin, it's beginning. You don't need to have a specific word to specify things, which I never really picked up on. I've noticed it for sure, but I never picked up on that being a regular thing in German. Or another example would be, he like, I want to park here. Ich möchte hier parken. And you'd say here and then park. You specify the location, then the action. It's thing, action. And I don't know the exact word, like words you would use, like how to conjugate a verb. I don't know what the fuck conjugation means. But I'm starting to understand how to do that type of stuff so I can speak it more naturally. Naturalish. Um, but yeah, it's really nice. It's nice kind of branching out from just vocabulary, because that's basically all I've been studying, to a bit of grammar and actually trying to build your own sentences. Like, I want to go to the lake. Ich möchte der See gehen. I probably butchered that, but like, it's cool trying to actually build out their sentences. What did I say, Zien? Is that Meer's? No, Meer's ocean. Not the point. Not the tangent I'm trying to get on right now. But yeah, I love that. And recently, because I love Germany, I'll be honest, this shirt I'm wearing, the jacket, actually came from Germany, from a Secret Santa exchange, and I got so lucky because the person who got like my Secret Santa thing was from Germany, so she sent me this jacket from a store there. She sent me like this ancient coin. Well, I say ancient, it's like 1500s, so not that ancient, but it's old to me. I'm an American. If it's like 100 years old, it's antique. Either way, it's like a 500-year coin from Cologne, Germany, which is cool. A fucking micro print, which is a very, very tiny 3D printing of like a German cathedral. I think also in Cologne, but I don't remember for sure. Like, also, like, she sent me like this hand painted like German saying. I actually have it in the background right over there. If you're watching the video, you can see it right there. Um, it says, Anfangen ist like behassen einen Kunst, which from what because she wrote the translation on the back, means um it's something like starting is easy, continuing is art, or asking is easy, but beginning is art. It's basically, it's easy to get started, but to continue something, that's where the real struggle lies. Which, honestly, I can kind of relate to. A lot. Way too much. I easily get obsessed with stuff fast. Again, look back there. You'll see a ton of unpainted Warhammer minis. You'll see a ton of D&D minis. Now, here's the thing. I got really obsessed with painting minis. So I got a ton of paints, and I started doing that. And I actually painted a few up there. Not all. Most of them were pre-painted, but I did get a few non-pre-painted. I loved it. And I got some more minis to paint. And I started painting it, and I loved it. And then I lost interest. And that shit happens so regularly where I'll start something, I'll love it, and then I just stop. I just flat out stop. It's annoying because it's not even like I don't find it fun. It's just, I just stop doing it. It's annoying. I mean, this channel a little bit, you can see it a little bit. A lot of my previous channels, since this isn't my first channel, it's like my fourth. But I really want to try to stick with this one, even if the content changes a lot. I want to actually try to stick with this one for a while. But I'll often start a channel, start a series, start working on something, get an episode or 2 or 3 out, and then never another one. Why? It's not because I'm not interested in doing it. It's not because I didn't have fun doing it. It's because I just stopped doing it. And I don't know why. I'm so happy that hasn't happened with my running, but, like, that's a pretty regular thing for me, I've noticed. And I know I just said it doesn't happen with me with running, but it kind of does. So, I just finished 12 weeks of training for my half marathon. The half marathon is next week. If you're interested in learning more about my training or the marathon itself, I'm sure I'll talk about the marathon itself on this show, but the training, I've been posting it to my Instagram, been posting it to TikTok, not because I really care too much about, like, trying to build an audience and making good content on there, more just because I was like, you know what, I want to share this. And with that, you'll even see, there's been weeks where it's been rough just to find the time to go out between work and living in the mountains. It gets dark fast, and it can get cold, and I'm a little bitch when it comes to running in the cold. But not the point. Not the point. My point is with that, and with running, I'll go from running a ton of 5Ks to then, I'm bored of that. Trail running, I'm bored of that. 10Ks, I'm bored of that. Ooh, flat running. Let's get special shoes for that, which actually I'm wearing right now. I love them. I love running flat. But, like, even with running, I get so bored of it sometimes. And it's not even because I don't like running. I just stop doing it. And I have to change up in some way. I have to go from running roads to running trails to running distance to running speed, where I don't really train up much. I mean, these last 12 weeks of training for my half marathon has been the most I've dedicated specifically to training for something. Otherwise I just don't do it. I love running. I've been doing it for about a year and a half now. I've been fairly consistent with it, but unless I keep on switching between a few different types of running, I get so bored of it. I don't know. That's a common thing for me. I don't know how common that is for anyone else. It also happens with games a lot. I'll often start a game, I'll love a video game, and then never finish it. Happened with Half-Life Alyx. I'm like halfway through that, never have yet to finish it in like 6 months. Did that with Mutant Year Zero. Love that game so much. I love that genre. I have gotten a quarter way through the game and not continued it. Also, The Witcher. Same deal. Skyrim VR. Although I am better with that one. When I don't play it for months on end, then I do finally play it again, and I love it so much I play it obsessively for like a month straight, and then I stop, and then like 6 months later, I come back and do it again. So that one, I don't know. That one's a bit more consistent, but I keep on restarting the game, my playthroughs, so I don't know. Take that as you will. Also happens with shows. Although I did finish Squid Games. Everyone's talking about Squid Games. I'm not going to go on about it because you want to hear about it? Everyone's talking about it. You're not here to listen to that, I'm sure. There's a lot better people who can analyze it. But that's one of the few shows I finished. And the main reason why I finished it was well, I started it because it was getting popular, so I was like, oh, I'm going to check it out. Got to like episode 6, and then I was talking with a few people in class, and they were like right on the same episode as I was. So I was like, you know, I'm going to just finish it, force myself to sit through and finish it. I did enjoy the show, but I was on that edge where I was about to stop. But now there's this social pressure of people I know who are like right where I am. So I'm like right in the know. I'm right in the, like, I don't know what you would call it. Cultural cultural zeitgeist? No, not zeitgeist. Basically just like in the know. I know what's going on and like everyone's right on the same page with me. And we're talking about like, ooh, what our expectations are for the next episode and it's cool and I made myself finish it so I didn't lose that, which I don't know. I like this show. A lot of people bitched about the ending. I liked the ending. But yeah, that's another tangent aside. Let's. There's something I want to circle back to. I'm trying to remember what now. It was. It wasn't. Oh yeah, about German stuff. One thing I found, and I'm really tempted to do, and I put in a email to see if I can get a quote, is to do a language study in Germany for like 6 months to a year. I would love to do that so much, and I'm trying to see if I can apply for it and get in, because that's so cool to me. I'm obsessed with German stuff. Not so much the history. I mean, like before the 1900s, they're just, oh look, no, European kingdoms doing European kingdom shit like everywhere else. During the 1900s, y'all know. The Cold War, I don't know. I liked some German history here and there, but more like, oh, here's a little bit of local history about this one specific town in Bavaria. That stuff I find interesting. The I'm not too much of a history buff, but their culture nowadays, I love it so much because it's like honestly, the way I see their culture, and I'm not talking about the stereotypical lederhosen and shit, because that's just like one Bundestag out of I want to say 12 or 13, which again Bavaria, like that. I don't care much for that. I don't care for Bavarian culture too much. It's cool, but it's not my forte. But like Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt, all that. Honestly, just overall Germany feels like what America wanted to be. So it's like right perfect because it's like a lot of stuff I see like oh shit that's basically how America advertised itself, but you're doing it. I love it, and a lot of just like the politics there, they they actually have like actual political discussions, not just this narrow little window that they act like is an extreme difference, but basically the same thing. But like no, they actually have a real like political spectrum there, which I love, and the policies that are implemented and how they deal with a lot of stuff. I love. The only thing I wish would be more like I don't know, like how how I'm an American. I'm used to seeing the U.S. flag fucking everywhere. I wish I could see that with Germany. I understand why they don't want to. German nationalism isn't exactly the best idea to have happen again, but like I don't know. I just like the country, and it's annoying loving the country, but I'm not able to like show that off like you would show off if you live in America, having an American flag somewhere on you, or if you're from Mexico, so having like a hat that shows the Mexican flag or something. I've seen that pretty often. Like that, you just can't do that with Germany because it's against their culture for very good reason. But that's like my only real critique with Germany. That and they're just I wouldn't say they're just as racist as Americans, but like there is definitely some racist issues there. Every country has it, but Germans and just well Europeans in general like to deny that they are. They're like, no, we don't care that. Yeah, we don't care if you're black, white, Asian, whatever. But if you're from this specific country, it's like fuck it, that's the same thing. That's, like, yeah. There's countries I hate. But the country, not the people. Like China. Fuck China. Probably gonna get, like, censored there now. But also, like, Chinese people and Chinese culture is hella cool. I don't like the government. I like everything else. But, as I said, this isn't just a European thing or a German thing. This is more just a people's thing. Just, I see Europeans often denying, like, no, we're not racist. We just hate gypsies. It's like, nah. I mean, I get not liking a specific culture, but don't hate people because of the ethnicity or, like, oh, because they're Romanian. Like, fuck. Like, yeah, fuck the culture if you don't like the culture. I don't know much about the culture itself to really say anything. But just don't hate a person because of, like, where they're from. Hate them for them. Spread the hate. Hate equally. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That was a tangent I was not expecting today. But yeah. What else can I mention? Oh, this morning, so a few months ago, I had surgery on my nose. I wasn't getting like a nose job or anything, though. Every time I talk about it, everyone always thinks it is. It's not. Growing up, only had one working nostril. Only my right nostril worked. The left one, it was like I'm trying to remember. It's basically like a deviation, essentially. No airflow, airflow. So I had a surgery to fix that, and I can finally breathe. That was a few months ago. We were like 4 months ago ish. I think. Yeah, I think 4 months ago. And and since then, I once in a while will go down. They'll be like, "Hey, yo, your nose still working?" I'm like, "Yeah." Typical doctor visit stuff. And we went down today, and the appointment's for tomorrow. Where I live, it's an hour drive to get to that doctor. Both ways that takes an hour, so hour down, hour back. It's for tomorrow. So we just rescheduled for in like 2 weeks, but like, I woke up early. Which, I mean, I need to do anyways because my race is early. I'm trying to get in the habit of waking up early so I can not be dead during my half marathon, but, like, I got, like, no sleep for the past 3 days. And that's like, I could've, but I didn't. I didn't, but I could've. So yeah, that was interesting. I got to go to Sprouts. Got to pick up some more vegan stuff because there's like, okay, it's pretty easy to buy vegan stuff and eat vegan. But here's the catch, and here's why everyone thinks it's expensive. Making a pizza vegan is super easy. You buy pizza bread, you buy marinara sauce, you buy whatever toppings you want. You just don't add cheese, or if you do want to add something like a cheese, you add nutritional yeast. Super easy to make vegan. And it's going to cost basically the same as making it not vegan. Tacos, most everything besides like meat and cheese in a taco is vegan. Change the meat up for tofu or beans or whatever the hell you want. Either don't use the cheese or, again, nutritional yeast. Vegan, boom, done. It's super easy to eat vegan and eat vegan cheap. But the thing that's costly with being vegan, if you do this, and sometimes like to treat myself like I did today, is it'll be like vegan chicken tenders. Like, that shit's good. I like that shit. I want to have harmless chicken. Like, I don't want to kill a chicken, but I like that taste. So once in a while I'll treat myself with that. But that's so hard to find where I live. And so I was down there. I just got like this vegan cereal that has like a ton of protein. Getting protein isn't an issue with being vegan. Just with how much I work out, I like to make sure everything I eat has more protein than normal. Just so because I work out cardio. Cardio kills your fucking gains, and I want to make sure I have strong muscle. So, but that's a personal thing that has nothing to do with being vegan. But I found a vegan cereal that also is like basically a protein cereal that's not kashi, and it's fucking nice. It's like, and it's like $5. I was like, oh, I never get this where I am. It's so easy down here. I I tried Not Milk today, which is a vegan plant alternative milk. Didn't care for it. Tasted way too much like normal milk, which honestly is just kind of disgusting tasting. Used to love it. Now, since I stopped, because I stopped before I went vegan, then I tried it again before I went vegan. I just don't like it. Not the point. I got that today. It, like I said, didn't care for it because it tasted a lot like normal milk. But it was cool having that option to do that. And like, fuck, there's so many little things. Like, a vegan muffin. I can make vegan muffins super easily. I know how to do that. But buying just a already made muffin, that's vegan. That's so hard to find. I have to usually make it myself. And by just so you know, the way you would do it is, depending on what you want to do, I like to use a dedicated egg replacer because that's one of the few things we do have up here. That's actually fairly cheap. It's like $7, and it's the equivalent of like 34 eggs. So I just do that because it's cheap and it works out. But you can use like bananas. You can use puree, like fruit purees, like pumpkin puree. You can do applesauce all these as egg replacers or oil replacers. I often use it more as an oil replacer. Not the point. Not the tangent I'm trying to go on. The tangent I am trying to go on is it's nice not having to make it. Like, it was so exciting finding that. I loved it so much. Also, while I was grabbing, because they also had pre-made vegan pizzas, I was like, I need. But, because, again, I have to make everything myself usually when it comes to that stuff. And I'm lazy as shit in the kitchen. So, it's nice finding those little, like, I'm going to treat myself a little bit today. So I got that, and while I was doing all that, someone went and complimented me on my hair, which was nice. And I don't know if she was vegan or not, but I saw she was buying some vegan meats as well. And I was like, no, don't leave. I don't know. It was cool. I met someone cool. Well, they said hi. Then they kind of scurried off. It was a bit awkward because I wasn't expecting someone just to be like, hey, I like your hair, and trying to talk with me out of nowhere. So I was like, oh, thanks. I like your hair. Is that natural? She had like a fucking white dyed streak. Mine wasn't thinking. Mine was thinking, is this vegan? Is this not vegan? Wait, there's many vegan things here. What the fuck? There's like actual options here besides just fruit. So I was focused on that. Then I get a comment. I was like, hell yeah. But yeah. Probably blew that opportunity, but you know what? I'm still happy that it happened. Because I got a compliment. And strangers don't usually compliment me unless I'm wearing one of my more dedicated outfits. Like my 90s looking outfit or my like red and black more punk outfit, which I just love so much. Like, unless I'm wearing something that's meant to stand out, usually I don't get complimented on stuff. So just getting a random compliment was so fucking nice. And I think she was probably vegan too, because it's like, cool. It's like, no. I found another. But then I never got to meet them again. But still, I'm happy about that. It was a good day this morning. The vegan muffin they made was not that good, though. It was okay. I can make better. It was like a monk food muffin, which I think it was because they were trying to go very vegan and very healthy at the same time, which you don't need to do. It's easy to do that, but you really don't need to. Sugar's vegan, so like, well, yeah, you should eat healthy while being vegan. You can eat unhealthy as well, and it's a fucking muffin, so. But yeah, there was like a blueberry or like raspberry monk fruit muffin, which I just didn't care too much for. I like pumpkin muffins. I like doing other things with it. It was good though. It was nice. Just being like, ooh, muffin. Being a little bit of a fat ass. But yeah, that was nice. I'm kind of just rambling on at this point. I mean, that's the point of this. It's called Ongoing Titles. And at this point, I think I want to just keep that name because Ongoing Titles, Ongoing Topics kind of works out. But yeah. That's been my week. That's been my past few days. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed. and hope you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. See y'all in the next one.